Hi, I'm Adele, and today we're going to be going through a basic pedicure procedure. I'm going to run you through how I've set my bed up and what I have on my trolley first. So we've got our pedicure bowl. I've used 3 large towels. I've got one flat down, one over the head for where my client's going to be sitting. I've got one folded in half over the end of the bed, and then I've got a smaller towel which is going to be used over my knees when I sit at the end of the bed. On my trolley, we've got a nail file, our buffer, we've got our cuticle cream, cuticle pusher, our nail brush, nippers, and our buffer. And I've got our alcohol wipes and our cotton rounds. So we have our nail file, our buffer, cuticle pusher, our nail brush, nippers, heel buff, cuticle cream. We have our alcohol wipes, cotton rounds, and then just nail polish remover and our gloves. Great, okay. So we're going to start with our skin cleansing swab. I'm just going to wipe down my client's feet before I start her pedicure. Just the tops of the feet. And we're going to start by filing the nail. So I'm going to hold the toe between my fingers. I'm going to start from the outside and work my way in. So I'm just going to work from my big toe to the little toe, making sure I get into those corners. Once you've filed them, I'm just going to go through and just bevel off the end of the nail. That just removes any harsh or uneven file. Once you're happy with that shape, we're going to grab our buffer. Just going to hold that toe and we're just going to work from side to side. Beautiful, so now we're going to go in with our cuticle cream, and I'm going to use a little cotton tip to take the product out and pop that onto my client's toes, and I won't be putting that back in there. There'll be no double dipping, and that's for hygiene reasons. I'm just going to massage that into my client's toe. I'm going to place my client's foot into the water to soak, and I'm going to repeat those same steps onto her left foot. Beautiful, so I've done the same steps on my left foot as I did my right foot. I've placed my cuticle cream on the left foot and I've left that to soak. So now we're going to use our cuticle pusher, and I'm going to take half of a cotton round and I'm just going to cover that. We're going to take this and we're going to come through and just push back on those cuticles. You want to really get into those sides, remove any loose skin. I'm almost doing like little circles while I'm on the nail and pushing back at the same time. Beautiful. I'm going to take my nail brush. Is that the price tag on it? Wait, I was like this. We'll just do the nail brush for $1.49. Let's just do that again.
And then you could say Empoweraid.com.
Yeah. Okay, now that I've used a cuticle pusher, I'm going to take my nail brush. I'm just going to grab just a little bit of water from my bowl and just take the excess cuticle cream off the nails. use the end of my towel. Just take off any excess water. Now we're going to use our cuticle nippers. So there's a trick to these. You want to really come in nice and flat to the nail, and less is more. So just take your time with this, really small movements. And you're just looking for the excess skin and kind of cuticle that you've just pushed back with that cuticle push. You just want to remove that. And I'm going to come into the side. And I'm just going to follow the shape of the nail. Beautiful. We're going to take your cuticle pusher, you're just going to use the other end, and you're just going to come through and just clean out the underneath of the free edge and down the sides as well. Now if you release any excess skin or cuticle by using the free edge, just come back in with your nippers and just grab them. Then I'm happy with that right foot. I'm going to take the left foot out. I'm going to do those exact same steps on the other foot. So I finished up with the left foot. I've pushed back the cuticle and used the cuticle nippers, and now we're going to finish up with buffing the heel. So I'm going to take my heel buffer. I put a new strip on, which will just be for my client. And once I finish, I'll peel it off and that will go directly into the bin. So I'm just going to make sure I support my client's leg, and I'm just going to come in and we're just going to buff through here. You want to keep it on an angle and not press too hard. I'm just moving backwards and forwards. So just any points of roughness. So I'm just keeping my tension light, and I'm just checking with my thumb till I'm happy with how smooth that's feeling. I'm just running my thumb over it. And once you're happy with that, you're going to move on to your other foot. So now we finish up with the heel buff, we're going to move on to our massage. I'm going to use some of the massage oil. And I'm just going to pop that over my client's leg. So I'm just spreading that out nice and evenly now. And we're going to start with our effleurage movements. We're going to come up and back down. You're going to come through and we're just going to knuckle the outside of that leg. I'm going to check with my client, make sure that pressure's okay.
That's good.
I'm going to come up and we're going to knead underneath here. So I'm just circling my thumbs and fingers underneath that muscle. I'm going to come around those ankle bones. And move on to the top of the foot, some just small circles. I'm going to flip my hands and we're going to work underneath. So I'm just crisscrossing my thumbs over one another, working my way up and down that foot. I'm going to come onto each toe and do small circles. I'm going to come on top and do the same thing. I'm just going to rotate our client's foot. Just stretch it out a little bit, and we're going to push that back, just keeping our foot hand underneath. And then we're going to finish with our effleurage movements. And we're going to move on to the other foot and do the exact same thing. So I've just grabbed a cotton round and I put a little bit of acetone or nail polish remover over it, and I'm just going to go through and just clean up, run that over each nail so that when we go to paint them, the massage oil doesn't stop the nail polish from drying. I'm going to do that on every nail. So we finished our pedicure today, guys. Next up we'll be painting these two nails, but we're done for now. Thanks for watching.